What's going on, everybody? It is the one, the only, your boy, the master himself, Q, of course, as always, because, well, who else would it be? Because that's what we do here. Anyway, that's beside the point. We are back with some good old Bioshock 2 Remastered. Not as good as the first game, by many people's opinion. Unfairly judged, if you ask me, just because the first one was very, very, very great and excellent in many ways. Just because the other one doesn't live up to the benchmark doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad game. It's quite fun, quite enjoyable, a little bit different, but it still has a decent quality of gameplay. So, without further ado, let's get into said gameplay, will we? Let's continue where we left off, which was Fontaine Futuristics. Now, we all know our boy Frank Fontaine, aka our boyo Atlas, and what happened to him. Hack the planet, boys. Hack the planet. Let's see, where do we leave off? What will we do in here?
This is it, Chief. End of the line. If I'm right, Eleanor's mama's using Adam to force all Rapture's minds and memories into the poor girl. Lamb reckons it'll make that child a saint. Now, Eleanor's in a deep, dark place beneath Fontaine headquarters, and to keep you alive, we need to sneak in and find her.
Sounds easy. I am a master of the Metal Gear. Stealth is my middle name. One of my many middle names.
This facility belongs to the city now, to Ryan Industries, at least until the rioting subsides. While it is unfortunate that such measures had to be taken, I must admit, it is gratifying to see this building condemned. Fontaine is gone. Lamb is gone, or close enough. I am alone at last. Alone with my city.
But at the end of it, Ryan, is it really worth it? You're sitting there in your office high above the rest of Rapture, and you're pretty much the only sane person left. Or are you even sane? You're pretty much the only person of a relatively sound mind. Relative is always the important part, of course. Damage research. Are you a master of research? Get the most out of your unlocked damage bonuses with damage research. That is one we do want. That one will allow us to get more out of the bonuses from our research.
October 9th, 1967. Hello. My name is Gilbert Alexander, and by the time you hear this, I will be clinically insane. I am recording these diaries in advance as a last-ditch effort to assist anyone I might threaten in dealing with me. My next message awaits you beyond the security checkpoint. The bioscan will ensure that you're sane enough to need it.
Find Gil Alexander's next recording.
Gil Alexander. As I recall, he was involved in Big Daddy development from the beginning. Likely had something to do with you and Eleanor, son.
So basically, as long as I'm not a jacked up splicer, I'll be fine. I just gotta remember how to do everything. I know Bioshock 2 does things a little bit differently. So we just have to remember. Damn. I'm trying to find that bot. Come on. Come on. Why can't I hack it? That's some bullshit. Forget your emperor. I'm your god. Okay, that's why. Yeah, no one cares, Alexander. Wait, that one had no blues.
Afraid to face your better.
You fucker. That still works. Worries?
You're stealing. This isn't some game. This man's on my side. Family sends you regard.
Oh no, I didn't see what that was. I was too busy clicking to shoot. Fuck it.
Here's what you get. Adieu, everyone. I hope you had fun.
Let's hit her with pretty much everything we have. Whoa, that was loud.
Alex the Great? Oh, hell, that has to be Gil Alexander. Same man who left that message we're following. He sounds mad as a March hare now.
I wonder why... Like a March hare. Why is that supposed to be mad? I mean, it's just, okay, I can understand Mad as a Hatter, because it was the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland, but Mad as a March Hare? I don't know. That one's not tickling me fancy. It's not after me Lucky Charms, as they say.
Yeah, they're always after me, Lucky Charms. What? Why does everyone always laugh when I say that? They are after me, Lucky Charms.
Oh, the perils of being Irish.
Initiating bioscan. Identifying clearance level. Identified. Clinical trial subject. Classification. Protector. Designation. Delta. Status. Deceased. Error. Updating status. Please stand by.
I'm not dead. Just gone home. Reminds me of... Oh, what do we got? Rockets? Alpha Series research bonus. Increased damage and vulnerable to armor piercing rounds. Well, sadly, I don't have any armor piercing rounds right now. So would you kindly... Oh, what the hell? Oof.
Designation. Delta. Status updated. Status. Active. Access granted.
Can't get rid of me that easy.
Hello again. I have been exposed to a massive dose of substance Adam. By the time you hear this, I will have armed this facility's defenses en masse. You, my friend, must therefore penetrate them and kill me. Please believe that if I could have done it myself... and on that cheery note, you may use the diary lying near this screen to bypass the vocal print locks ahead and enter the security office. The password is Agnes Day.
So this is the one we need?
Agnes Day.
That's it. It's literally just that. It's not a message where he says the whole thing or anything. It's a nice little touch.
Please see password to enter.
Agnes Day.
Access granted. Welcome, Gil Alexander.
I heard that. My likeness is company property, Delta, just like you are. Don't make me strip you for parts, Millardo!
His whole little weird eyeball flying robot spiel reminds me of Old World Blues from Fallout New Vegas. Good DLC.
Please see password to enter.
I warned you. When you're down in the mountain, life's a pain. Weatherman says heavy rain. A little boost is all you need. Average Joe to Hercules. Stronger arm and sharper brain. That's why the future is Fontaine.
Access denied.
What the
Speak
fuck?
clearly. Automatic deactivation for 60 seconds.
Oh, he's jamming the voice print lock with that awful crooning. See if you can find some way to sabotage his control of building security.
Well, good job,
Delta,
Alexander.
you're dawdling. The security office is well above your pay grade. If you're so keen to help, the restrooms need a good scrub. Here's a clerk or two to help you along.
Oh, poor little tryhard. What's the matter? You were talking all that good shit a second ago. You got lit on fire. I hear Big Daddy. We're gonna want some high precision anti-personnel damage can penetrate multiple targets. Fragments embedded in targets explode in flames moments later. But we want something that we can do some serious damage with. Big Daddy around.
Yes! Congratulations! You've won a battle of wits with a home appliance!
He seems mad. But hey, what can I say? Ooh, we do have a bunch of stuff, but I think I'm gonna go with... Do I want to go with Electro Ball 3 or Winter Blast 3? Freeze and shatter multiple foes with continuous icicle assault ability. I think I'm gonna go with this. Press and hold to charge of continuous icicle assault. Let's see our little home video about it.
Deep freeze enemies quickly. Charge up to shower foes with a devastating ice storm.
Oh, we still have more. I will go with another Gene Tonic slot. I'm sure I've got something good I can put on. Electrical Storm, Hardy Machines, Drill Specialist, Easy Hack. I guess Easy Hack is going to be the way to go. I actually only need to buy one more upgrade. die. Oh, he does have a little sister. I can take him out. Okay, he is a little bit stronger than I expected. Oh, let's try the ice good storm. Wow, it's terrible. Or at least it's terrible against the Big Daddy. Well, I guess I'll just freeze stuff and sort them out the old-fashioned way.
Adam, Daddy! Over there! We found Adam, Daddy!
Nothing sorts out a Big Daddy like a couple of extreme explosions.
All over everywhere!
Child, now!
Oh, no! Care, leave her alone. Whoa, who's this dude? He's big and awkward. I actually kind of like this. The freeze one. Very useful. But I do like the original one a little bit.
Are you taking me home too?
I'm gonna stick with Electro Volt.
Snowy Adam, Daddy? Over there!
Upstairs. I don't want to go upstairs just yet. I don't know why this one's automatically down. But I could use a turret.
I designed that device, Delta. You fumble at it like an amorous baboon!
And yet I successfully hacked it.
How could Oh, don't worry, darling. They'll child monster.
Can't go over like a little ledge kind of deal. Oh well, we'll be fine. I mean, you think I would have been able to just slide right along.
Drop that poor little girl.
She got away. Oh, that was beautiful. Increased damage against splicers. Houdini splicers. That was really nice though. We could see where she was going to appear with the camera. Whoops. And they've stopped dropping all my stuff.
Tinkering, you rank amateur! How long before you botch the job?
Well, I kind of just did. But... Fish. Fish in the jacks. It sucks that they're not actually dropping me a blue thing now.
Right the fuck out. She'll see.
Boy, help me find this scoundrel. This
Unzip him, Daddy!
Ah, we'll get him good.
Self-preservation.
Keep doing me drill wrong. Sure, that's never going to stop me.
The tyrant looks upon the world, saying, all of this is mine, and by force or
Don't let him get me, Daddy!
to the tyrant, the whole of creation is held in the revenant. Sun and moon revolve for him alone.
I guess I'm a tyrant.
Even justice is with him. He alone is fit to weigh, to measure, and to cut.
Well, I'm pretty sure Lamb just confirmed I'm a tyrant. Alright, at least I view myself as a tyrant. Whoops.
This calls everything into question. Even as I record this, I can scarcely believe. Psychiatry has been my continual study to chart consciousness in all its strata. But intelligence does not require introspection. The son of Ryan was more effective than all his self-aware rivals. He lived without questions. I could end
Oh, they're gonna
myself
blow up.
and save the world.
Shocking stuff, guys. Shocking stuff.
Invest today in plasmid technology.
Well, wait, drill power. I didn't even see that. It was right in front of me. Prefer punch-ups to shootouts with drill power tool. You'll be a master of melee. Your drill does even more damage when you spin. Yes, now this is something I want. What can I get rid of for the moment? We're gonna get rid of easy hack just for the moment till I can buy another one. Simply because. I should probably stand on something if I'm going to shock the water. They're not even getting in that room. It's glorious.
Are we gonna be together again, Dad?
Yeah, I got you. Ah, that's close enough. I did not kill that big daddy though.
Thanks to new plasmid technologies being developed here at Fontaine Futuristics, anything is possible. The power of the gods is yours. All of our procedures are quick, painless, and safe. Don't you dare touch that signal relay, Delta. Its value is 10 times your own.
Whoops. My finger slipped.
Results are clear. Invest today. I'm very disappointed in you, Delta. Destruction of a Fontaine asset is punishable by summary dismissal. Shall I simplify that for you? Fired! Fired! Fired!
Well, you can try, but... I mean, I have... this. Cannot hack more, but... Aww. Yes, glorious. My bots came in useful. It'd be nice if these ones stopped and left me alone. My other bots are having none of it though. Why does nothing sell anti-personnel rounds. That's the big thing I want right now. What did we just take off? Specialist. Easy hack, wasn't it? That's gonna be it for the moment. Until we can get enough for Electro Ball 3. I should actually wait and save up for that, shouldn't I? Although Eve Saver 2 would be nice. Oh, and landing in a blue bonus zone ends a hack instantly. Damn, there's so much. Right, Eve Saver 2. I'm gonna stack it with Eve Saver 1 somehow. So we will get rid of the freezing drill. I already do stuff to attack them anyway. So we've been on the right, we're going on the left. Find ourselves some fish. Yeah, fishy, fishy, fishy. Yeah, you don't fuck with my robots. Down in Rapture, my robots fuck with you. Okay. It's not this way. My masterful powers of deduction have led me to this conclusion.
Every man for himself these days. Dog eat dog.
Oh, how many? Okay, 2 more little sisters.
Oh, I've wits on my side.
Need a new
Where are you? I really want to get the second damage reduction one. Stack that too. Are those people alive? Yes, they are.
Get to work, you late shit.
Get out of my home.
That was nowhere near as bad as I expected. Again, I'm going to stop using the drill for a little bit though. Well, that's convenient. See, everything's stopping with the blue now. I don't like that. That's a lot of money. We got a house of cards. We got a house of money. Unstable teleport plasmid. I don't feel like picking that up just yet. You know what? Let's do it. Well, that didn't work. Oh, okay. Just teleported beside us. Where the hell did it teleport this thing? We'll get it in a minute. I thought that was going to be a Houdini splicer, actually. Drink all the booze. It'll numb out the pain of trying to make these platforms. It won't be a good thing to try when drunk. Although it does look like they stop every so often.
Anyone in the plasmid business ultimately requires the use of human test subjects. It's our dirty little secret. And to be frank, Rapture doesn't really want to know, provided the end product.
Oh, I didn't mean
sound.
auto hack.
The volunteers were
Bit of a waste.
scarce, even as the economy buckled. A man named Sinclair approached us with a seemingly limitless supply. He rented them to us. That little infraction just earned you another slap on the nose, boy!
Oh, brutal. Well, let's just stand up here and shock anyone that walks around the corner, shall we? If they even survive my bots, of course. Which it doesn't look like they're going to do a good job of.
Disgrace.
Surprise, Delta!
Rocket to the face. Should really take it down. Stop warping away. I don't even know if these are going to be any use to me. Sometimes you just gotta look in the mirror and ask yourself, when in Rapture? I guess that one is going to come in handy. Oh, you're being crafty. Oh, not anymore, he's not. I just beat him to death. Increased ammo carry capacity. That is very welcome. Very, very welcome. Frank Fontaine's office. The big man himself. One more relay. Well, you think he'd have some sort of secret switch under his desk. What kind of supervillain are you, Fontaine? Boring one.
Each new tyrant ventured here in search of conquest, Delta. Fontaine, Ryan, and now you. But every aspiring Caesar must learn to fear the knives of his fellows. Ask yourself, what does Sinclair stand to gain in guiding you here?
Oh, I don't trust anyone. So he's not off the hook that easy. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, it worked at long last. Or did it? It did. Marking it. We're back here.
What are you?
Help me, 5254. What did that say? Frank Fontaine's something. Randomly outside. Whoa. This isn't creepy at all. But it's pretty obvious that it wants me to pick up Vending Expert 2. Watch your dollars go even further with Vending Expert 2. Enjoy rock bottom prices from all of Rapture's vending machines. And what an easy way to save $16,000. I was expecting them to come alive, to be honest.
The tyrant.
Welcome to the circus of value.
Oh, anti-personnel rounds. I'd only had one, but...
Has no family, no friends, no country. Only slaves, chained in his wake. To his fellows, he asks, of what use are you to me? Those who love him are his subject. For the tyrant accepts only worship or fear.
I mean, what's wrong with that? It's pretty much how I roll. Again. Oh, that would have been behind me. Maybe if I turned around, I could have got it. Hopefully there's another way. Incinerate demonstration pro. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. 5, 2, 5, 4. Oh, we can come in here and get it. Didn't miss it. Careful Hacker 2. Take your time. With Careful Hacker 2, machines will all move more slowly, giving you plenty of time to subvert their inner workings. Right, whoa. Do we have Careful Hacker 1? No. Well, I'm not going to equip that then. Looks like I don't even need it.
Our hope was to bond a little sister to a single protector, so she had to be expendable in case of error. As we were fabricating a father bond, we couldn't really afford to have the girl's parents asking around. So, Fontaine's orphanages provided. And the procedure was an unprecedented success. If I had only known who the child was, Eleanor, I'm so sorry.
So it's like everyone is kind of tangled in her fate, even if accidentally. Telekinesis demonstration. Let's throw something at it. Sorry, cat. Well, that cat reminds me. I actually missed the reference earlier. There's a frozen cat named Schrodinger. You know Schrodinger's cat, huh? Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Adam Delta. One little jab in the arm, and even a hopeless underperformer can be Employee of the Month. Oh, you should know. Look around. Is any of this familiar?
Are you implying I am some sort of hopeless ne'er-do-well? I'm offended to the point where I must kill you.
The Rapture consumer is indebted to you, my boy. We ironed kink after kink out of our domestic plasmid line on you right here. Well, let's see if you're staying competitive. Step on up and take the spotlight.
You can...
Ladies and gentlemen, Fontaine Futuristics invites you to shed your skepticism, evolve your expectations, and dissolve your doubt as we unveil the revolutionary power of our home defense plasmid series. May I have a volunteer from the audience? Come now, don't be shy.
Yes, get all those
How
charred
about you,
corpses.
Sir? No, he's positively rigid. Yuma, at the back. Oh, come on down. Let's give it a hand, folks.
She's still alive. Spliced up.
Only a single volunteer? Oh, come now, gentlemen. She'll be awfully nervous up here all alone. Come on down, all of you.
Come on. This place reminds me of, like, it's straight out of Batman.
Astonishing.
It'll build up over time, it's fine.
to you. I'm off to bed. Ta-ta!
Oh, she got away.
A round of applause, please, for Subject Delta and the power of
Where'd the other guy go?
plasmids.
I wanted them all.
Oh dear,
we got a big guy.
Subject Delta. It looks like you've upstaged a fellow demonstrator, and he's here to steal the show. What will Delta do now, folks?
I'd kill him. Obviously.
Still a winner, Delta. The tour was never the same without you. And to think you were so spliced you couldn't stand when we stuffed you into that getup. The Fontaine family retirement plan suits you to a T, my boy.
Who says they don't offer health benefits? But I don't.
Insubordination! Severance package cancelled. Benefits rescinded.
Oh! He just exploded. Increased damage to leadhead splicers. Okay, we're back to punching him to death after a shot. I'm okay with that.
Agnes Day.
Access granted. Welcome, Gil Alexander.
Hello again.
He's talking some.
I must assume by now that you're willing to help end my life.
What the
In
hell?
exchange,
Could've
I have
plugged that
prepared a
in.
friendly security escort for you.
What do you want? Machine gun ricochet, shotgun Tesla upgrade. Kinetic energy from firing is used to charge several dynamos, randomly generating an electric shock. Doesn't sound too bad. I think I might go with the launcher clip size though. Reloading after 3 is a bit of a pain.
Now, there's a switch in here which will allow you access to the real laboratories where what's left of me awaits you. Please, use it.
Won't hide you
The
for
real
long.
plasmid lab. So where was that hidden?
This arms.
That's where all our big daddies are. Oh, that was the big daddy. Okay. Get out of here, I'm trying to kill this guy. I didn't even see what I got out of that. Okay, we're good. Oh, it's this one, okay. Well, hopefully this isn't the end of the level, because we need more big daddies. Then again, this would be pretty short for a level to just end here. Back for more. Let's get you with a little bit of. Fucking headbutt me with it. That was a close one. You see a rocket hit the door. Okay, good. It's not the end of the level. I was thinking it couldn't have been, because it felt a bit short. Not to mention the other little sisters. Alpha series. Hey, it's an old PC. Looks like a $3,000 lemon. Well, the game is trying to tell me to go that way, so it's not. I hope there's something good over here. A little bit of Adam, I suppose. Well, that wasn't terrible for a little trip. Oh, it's the way up. It's all the way back up here. Okay. Not that we need to go back up.
As I recall from my time doing business with the owners, that oxyfill station out there is just a front for a kind of hidden passage leading down below. If Lamb's hiding Eleanor from you, that's where she'll be.
Okay, so can I use it? Unlock the said secret. No? Okay. I guess that's probably why it's pointing me in here. Where are we going? Darkness. Fontaine's Plasmid Research and Development. Can I turn the lights on? Hypnotic polyp. I don't like the sound of that.
I'm afraid the lights in here sting my eyes terribly now. Until you arrive to deal with me, they will remain off. Please, locate the breakers and flip them, and then return here to restore power.
Well, you could have given me a bit more to go on. Find and activate breakers. So, we got our holding cell. See if we can find anywhere else. Maybe one that'll point us to, like, I don't know, engineering or something. No. Pacification chamber. Oh, really? Oh, well, there's a breaker.
Sophia believes the perfect human altruist is just a formula, waiting on us to solve for X. Intelligence and consciousness are not the same, she argued. Awareness of self naturally becomes obsession with it. So, if we could suppress my sense of self, but imbue me with the cognitive capacity to serve the common welfare, we could thereby generate the first utopian. And then, Sophia said, at long last, utopia would follow.
Alright, Gil. Calm down.
Dr. Alexander has agreed to accept both measures of the new utopian project. He will become a kind of genetic chimera, host to all the minds of Rapture, accessing their talents and memories via the Adam we have gathered. And deriving in part from Project WYK, I have developed a new set of behavioral constraints. Dr. Alexander will live to promote the common good. His love and loyalty shall be spread evenly across the entire human race. For me, that is discipline at great personal cost. For him, at last, it will be instinct.
Did you catch that? Project WYK? What little phrase do we know starts with WYK?
Would you kindly?
Activate the power mains. So we just have to power the entire thing up properly now? Yeah, here we go.
Sophia and I knew that to create the first true utopian would come at a high cost, my friend. We needed someone to be host to all that Adam, Rapture's finest minds, a willing subject, that is to say, myself.
So this is still before he was insane. Oh my god. It's the boss from Half-Life 1.
Whatever you may have seen inside the tank, that was indeed me. I fear the fate of Eleanor Lamb will be less physical, but no less grotesque. This tank for deep-sea life is the ideal way to dispose of me. But first, you must retrieve enough adamant-fused plant life to lure me out. The slugs feed on the stuff, and it's all I seem to want now. I have left a sample here, so you know what to look for.
Collect 4 atom-infused plants. Okay.
I see you out there, Delta.
Got
you want to
one.
be top man, hmm? You want to sit in the big chair? Well, come and take it.
Oh, okay. So you're going to bring several ones. I mean, I can sort them all out too. Acquire tonic, elemental storm. Why stick with a boring routine when discouraging pesky foes? Using this tonic, or use this tonic for scorching, shocking, or chilling surprise. Well, since I don't use any of them, I'm gonna skip it. I'm not trying to hit you.
Well, listen, son, those override keys you've been hunting are genetically encoded. And to get to Eleanor, you're gonna need one from Alex the Great in there. First things first, we gotta pin him down. Find those plants he mentioned, and lure him back out.
Shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully we run across a big daddy or two along the way. Oh, what did that do? Oh, that let them hit each other. Oh, I was wondering, how can I throw them? I could use telekinesis. Oh no, that's a turret. Rage and accidentally had a turret on. I can't even pick it back up. Oh, I can go in through here.
Well, that's the end of the Alpha series. The pair bond simply worked too well. That madwoman Tannenbaum bit the company hand, turning some of the bonded sisters human again. Others were lost to splices. Either way, the trauma proved too much for the bonded protectors, resulting in unreasoning rage or coma. We can harness their suicidal aggression as foot soldiers, but no more, I'm afraid. Today I saw one kneeling near a gatherer's garden and crying.
I wonder what that would sound like. Big Daddy crying. I'm sure it's probably fairly disturbing. Right, 2 plants down. Oh, you've locked me in.
We can't have you running around the laboratories in your condition.
Bring it.
I'll kill you!
I'll claw your eyes out!
Okay. Whoa, I can't see. Game is... How did I just kind of teleport everywhere? not the gun I should be using. Better.
Poor things. What a life. Marching around playing daddy until some splicer manages to kill off their sister. And then if the coma doesn't take them, they turn maniac. Nothing left to do but scream. No offense intended, son. We better get you to Eleanor on the double.
Oh, look who
Your
we have
body
here.
begins to tear itself apart. The compulsion to find Eleanor will drive you to madness or coma.
Whoa, why is he
You have no
attacking me?
claim on her. Your design was among Rapture's greatest sins, and yet you persist. Why?
Damn, that one's hardcore. Got him. Acquired tonic, arms race. Tired of constantly scrounging for ammo? Arms race helps you find those extra rounds you'd otherwise miss. That one I do like the sound of. We'll get rid of one of the... It's okay, little sister. I've got you.
Adam, Daddy. Let's get it.
How did... Okay, that just bounced off every wall. Fair enough. That's completely reasonable reaction.
Hand me that child now.
Step away. She belongs to me.
I'm just gonna let them run up real close. Then point blank range with a solid slug.
What's in you? Gonna make me strong.
I see you over there. I think that weird noise is Gil.
Ticky top, almost ready.
So maybe he's dying that they're just bodies are finally fading out.
Run! That's all you parasites
He's nicer than other daddies.
I am the best.
Welcome to the circus of value.
Come on, Daddy.
Oh good, at least it's where we're going.
Close.
I was afraid it would go all the way back in the Wait a sec.
The times may be unkind, but did you have to take our home? I raised my children there. Bastards!
Could be a little more hygienic. I don't like the sound.
Hello? Come out, you!
Stop me! Hi. The rest of the disgusting vermin.
Oh no! Did not see that in front of me. Don't ask me how I didn't see that giant turd in front of me. I was kind of just concentrating on the floor. There's more so. Oh, there's a hole in the wall here.
Adam, Daddy, right here. I just remember Mommy. Who is that?
Ah, fuck. I don't have time for this. What I mean. Oh. Okay. Between taking a rocket up the arse and pretty much my shotgun, he did. For some reason, I'm sneezing like crazy. I have to keep turning the mic off. Sure, this will be fine. I was thinking, how did one not kill her?
Soon, Daddy, soon.
You're gonna do a repeat, are we? You're gonna drop down and take a punch?
I'm always safe with Daddy.
Just need one more. And we get all the Adam on this level.
Thank you.
Oh, and there she is. No, don't shoot me. I'm not doing anything wrong. He hates me. I'll take a couple of rockets.
Time out! Time out!
Oh, he's fully researched. Okay.
Ask yourself, Mr. Meltzer. Is it better to be summarily executed as an outsider caught within these grounds? Or to be united, not just with your daughter Cindy, but with the Rapture family as well? The choice is yours. I urge you to accept the Protector program. You will live
Weapon
by her
upgrade.
side and remember nothing beyond your love for her.
I wasn't the first to find Rapture. You crazy bitch. And I won't be the last. You do whatever you want to me. As long as I'm with Cindy, I'm a happy man.
So Meltzer got his wish, kinda, in the end. In the wrong kind of way.
This is where they bound us together, Father. Playing God. You were the only good thing that Rapture ever gave me.
Okay, well. what's gonna happen here. So let's set a couple of traps, shall we? That looks good to me.
This one has Adam. How do you sunshine mean angels?
Just at the same time, why not?
I'm a good girl, Mr. B. Where angels fall, the roses grow tall.
That's all my traps.
She was not meant to have a father, Delta. She was to be an heir to my life's work. And this is where they changed her, bonding her to you. The child she was died in this room.
I love how it's like she blames me. If I'm really Johnny Topside, then it kind of took me hostage and did it to me.
Soon, Daddy, soon.
I promised to do no harm.
Okay, feel free to blame me, whatever makes you feel better.
I'm telling the other girls that I have the best dad.
Okay, I'm not gonna start shit with you if you don't start shit with me, because we currently have no beef with each other. So how about we leave it at that? Call it a day.
Mother has destroyed Dr. Alexander. She tried to splice him into some kind of living saint who would calculate the common good and adhere to it tirelessly. But now he's become something unspeakable. Mother's philosophy is just as corrupt as Ryan's. By her standards, it would be better to have the entire world equally miserable than to allow us to strive in our own behalf. I have to get out of here.
Yeah, she does seem a little bit unhinged, I'll say. Okay, we're going in some close quarters.
I know you're in there. I know who you are. You don't scare me.
Open up then.
Who are you? What are you? Get away from me!
Hack all the things. Oh no. That was kind of a last-ditch effort. This one's kind of melt or frozen from the inside. I just want to let the door open. We'll worry about it when we get in there. I'm assuming that's the other Big Daddy from the top side. Oh, they're back to dropping the first aid kits. Glorious, glorious first aid kits. I really don't use enough of this ammo sometimes. Well, that one's in there. Okay. I'll get it from the inside. It doesn't look locked or anything.
yet eludes me. But Atlas approaches. And come what may, I will not.
All right, sport. Time to feed the fish. Head on back to Alexander's tank and put those plants in.
But I still need to find the last bit to harvest. Really? What did I do to you this time?
Poor Gilbert. It was his will to die, Delta. To serve the majority by protecting them from his lunacy. Your entire journey here is based on your refusal to do the same. Will you grant his request, knowing that he served the family?
Rebirth, huh? Sure, you live forever, but minus your body. I like my body, kid. I don't feature the idea of my memories and personality being stored in the head of some saint.
Aw. So I will keep talking. Spear gun damage, launcher immunity. That'll be cluster bomb. Additional munitions are screwed into each slot, triggering secondary explosions in a wide radius. That would come in handy. But we're starting to use the shotgun more, so let's test that time.
Like just one more dusty old book in the library.
We put our eldest sister through a new regimen of physical and mental conditioning and suited her up with modified protector equipment of my design. The younger ones have dubbed her a big sister. Sadly, this is a stopgap. Between rogue splicers and the aging of the girls, we'll run out of viable little sisters soon. After that, the surface may be our only source.
Really, they're thinking of going all the way back up to the surface just to get big sister. Just to get more little sisters.
Snowy Adam, Daddy? Over there.
Well, this one is most important. Really? They're still after me? Haven't they learned their lesson by now?
Here it is.
Hey, think you know better?
Trying to hide Adam.
Oh, that's not good on them.
Daddy's giving you stores and parties.
Oh, that accidentally triggered him.
No negotiation.
Keep accidentally switching out. Come on, little sister. Let's go. Stop drinking your blood. Infuse with Adam.
Daddy, you always save me from the monsters.
Another one? Are you serious? I'm gonna feed him some fucking phosphorus at this point. Dealt with every little sister.
Thank you.
Right, come on,
The
where?
girls are whispering, Father. They've left you a present at the Gatherer's Garden. Take it.
Oh, it was a big sister. It was being awfully indescript a minute ago. Well, there's a lot happening, so I guess there's that going on. That's not really good. Here goes the little sister just running through. Jesus, she got moves. Might die. Where's the shop? What's on the other side? Damn, she healed. She wouldn't. I can only afford one. Are you serious? I can't even heal up off the first aid stations because I can't afford it. If I can just kill her. Nice one. That was very close. Too close, actually, but still. Right, Electro Bolt. This is what we want. 705 Adam. God damn.
Every bolt hits more than one foe. Charge up to blast them with a deadly storm.
What else do we want? Well, nothing here is actually super important. I guess I'll waste money on other stuff I don't need. Telekinesis 2. Control objects with more force. Well, we know what that is. It's just more force. Incinerate 3. A firebomb.
Explosive fire with a flick of your wrist. Charge up to blast foes with a fountain of flame.
Evolve today. I think that's really it. There's nothing else important. We'll just buy something randomly, just for the sake of it. Big daddies and brutes cannot be befriended. But we already have hypnotized. We know what that is.
Deep sea life catchment system online.
Notice to all employees. Subject Delta is hereby dismissed. Escort them from the premises!
Really?
No. I don't want it. I shall resist.
He moves too fast. Sometimes it's ridiculous. And how many of them are there? Ow. Oh, he blew up the machine before I could heal with it. That was cheap. I forgot you can photograph dead bodies. I also kind of forgot to research that big sister.
Yeah! Try to buy me out with this bribe, this penance, this sublime. God damn you, Delta!
Perfect, son. You reeled him in. Now, use that console there to take a gene sample. It should print up a genetic key automatically.
Extract sample from final boss of Half-Life 1.
You got the key to Lamb's hideout, sport. Eleanor's down there. Now just head out to the oxyfill station and use it.
It is done. The sample disposal button on the panel in front of you will administer a massive jolt of electricity to the tank. More than enough to kill me. Whatever I may say to dissuade you, do not listen. The man whose voice you hear now is long gone. As my mind fades, I find my thoughts turn to the suffering that Eleanor will be made to endure, and I am overcome with pity. But I can only offer my feeble prayers. Perhaps after my death, you can do more. Now, please, I ask you to grant me peace. Goodbye, my friend, and thank you.
Now here's the question.
You don't have to kill me, Delta.
Do I do the right thing?
Please. I will go outside. I will live outside.
See, there we go. That was his wish after all. Usually I would have left it. I would have taken the high ground route. We didn't kill Grace. We didn't kill, what was his name? The guy who sold out Eleanor. But this guy wanted to die. He didn't want to become the monster that he didn't want to live on as the monster. So we did the right thing. Even if it did involve killing.
Eleanor's condition may be a blessing in disguise. Early splicing tests indicate 0 genetic damage due to her condition as a little sister. It appears that she is our new vessel. This will be no mere personality schism, though. Rapture's genius will be held within her DNA, able to shift into desired patterns at will. A utopian cannot be confined to a single throw of the genetic dice. When needed, she is a composer, a dancer, an engineer. She truly will be the people's daughter.
Telling you, it's the Rock's daughter, the people's daughter. Take the elevator down. Where are we going? Persephone. There's a meaning for that word, but I can't remember what it is. I almost
Persephone,
mixed it with
we're finally
serendipity.
here. Find Eleanor, son, and fast. Her mama's got all Rapture dying to keep you two apart.
Good. I intend to let them die to keep us apart, that is. New goal, find Eleanor Lamb. Hang on, Eleanor. Daddy's coming. Some of these things just blend in a bit too well. Charge it. Oh no, it's not the same. I forgot it's the third one. It's the constant stream.
Come quickly. I'm trapped in a cage. Something's wrong.
It's okay, Eleanor. Relax. I'm coming.
I wonder, Delta, do you know why you are here? Have you any idea what my daughter has given you? As I watch you now, I...
Damn it, woman. Would you kindly shut up?
I envy your ignorance. You still believe.
Can't afford anything. I'm gonna go with heavy rivets. They're pretty much better in the long run. Especially with how uncommon they basically are. Room seems kind of ominous. I'm gonna walk in anyway. They're waiting for you, Gordon. In the test chamber, by the looks of it.
Persephone,
This kind of room.
secret home of Sinclair Solutions. I bet against Andy Ryan's vision of harmony and rapture, offered him a quiet place to send anybody who wasn't working out, and now I'm sitting on my own private think tank. Technically, Utopia shouldn't have much use for a detention facility, but if you do business as long as I have, well, you learn to pick a brand name from the writing on the wall.
Throwing money around.
That's her, son, Eleanor Lamb. No matter what you might be feeling right now, this is business. Get that cage open. She's coming with us.
How will she remember us after this moment? I have placed my pieces on the board, as expected, as have you. Is this what she hoped for? Mother and father, locking eyes. Yet still we are blind. Goodbye, Subject Delta. And take heart, for you, at least, have escaped your legacy.
What, she's gonna try to kill me? There's two of them. That is not fun. I can distract one of them long enough, but I just kill the other. It'll be fine. Get rid of one of them. One down. I think I might be hurting myself with that. Oh, she's throwing it back at me. Not for long. I love how she just goes flying into a wall with that. Sliding across the floor, everything. Increase max E.
Hurry now! Quarantine chamber's waiting on you. Get in there!
Yeah, relax. Relax, boss. I have stuff to do out here. Like get free med kits.
What are you waiting for, kid?
Will you shut up? I'll take my time. I've earned this. Fuck. I messed that one up. Okay, now I'll get in.
Your signal's breaking up. I can see or hear a thing.
Yeah, relax, Sinclair.
Look at her, Delta.
Oh, she's in there too.
And still she dreams of you.
50 seconds remaining.
Do you know why Eleanor brought you here? She wanted a father. So she found a way to restore you in body and mind.
That's her from the very start. Well, I mean, we knew that based on the cutscene. She whispers to all the little sisters.
And she has been watching you ever since, exalting your every act as gospel. The girl lying on that bed is no longer my child, nor my life's work. She is a monster, shaped by you alone. Just as she has always wanted.
20 seconds remaining.
But there is one detail of your mutual bond she failed to account for. Your body was designed to lapse into a coma when her heart ceases to beat. Eleanor, forgive me.
She's gonna do it. Come on, break in, break in. Oh no, it's taking effect and dropping us down. So she killed her own daughter. Just to fuck us up.
Watch him. His body is shutting down now, naturally. But if he dies of trauma, he will return elsewhere. Full restraints at all times. No one enters this room until he expires.
But they trapped me in the one before.
Father, it's me, Eleanor. I'm so sorry.
She's not
Mother
dead.
stopped my heart long enough to sever our bond. Staying near me won't stop you from dying now. Or worse. But I can still help you escape. This little sister's brought you something that will allow you to take control of her.
Hello. Oh, not so much a plasmid, but alright. So this is how they see everything. The world is pretty lit through the eyes of a little sister. You've taken control of a little sister. You can now use vents and gather Adam from bodies.
I know this feels a bit strange, Father, but now you can see through her eyes and tell her where to go. This is how I brought you back without Mother catching on. Now, first, let's get you out of here.
Talk about an out-of-body experience.
Good. Now, inside Mother's office, there's a way to unlock these chambers she's holding us in. Find a way to slip in there.
It really fits the aesthetic of the game, doesn't it? The whole, what do we call it? Elegant madness, if you will. Especially since this is how the little sisters see everything. Everything is fancy, everything is nice, everything is fine, and everything is elegant. And there is Eleanor.
You're in. There should be a lever in here somewhere. Pull it, and it will unlock our cells.
Attention! Augustus
Ouch.
Sinclair has been sighted within the facility. He will attempt to reach Subject Delta. All family duties are hereby suspended until he is found.
Sinclair might actually not be
What
screwing me
Mother
over.
did to me left me very weak, or I would do this part myself. To save your life, I'm going to have to change. To be like you. From here, you should be able to locate the pieces of a big sister suit. Please, bring them to me.
So she's gonna change into a big sister.
Eleanor.
Big daddy and big sister against the world.
As Delta draws closer. In her sleep, she mutters about having witnessed moments from his journey here. She is beginning to resist the moral conditioning. Eleanor's bond with Delta is turning her from the daughter of the people back into a rebellious child whose voice I do not recognize. Worse, I suspect Eleanor of direct involvement in his return. I fear that to separate them, I may have to take measures for which I will be unable to forgive myself.
So that's why they've always called her angels. She sees them as angels, despite it being this. Messed up world with messed up dead bodies, but, well, it's a pretty little angel, isn't it? Swarmed in butterflies. Kind of worried about the Daddy meets Aunt Gracie. That's right, we didn't kill her. I'm not sure if that has any effect on it, but we didn't kill her. We saved her, rescued her.
There's a piece of the suit in here, Father. Find the rest and bring them back to me.
Someone's screaming. It's quite a stark difference, isn't it? And of course, it looked like a
10
dress.
years, Father. Stuck in this fever dream. Mother kept me sedated in order to perfect my mind with Adam. To her, the ideal child is a genius, serving the common good without questioning it. You have saved me from that.
But you have to remember, good is all relative. Big Sister helmet. Go back to what I want. Daddy meets Uncle Stanley. Of course, we didn't kill Uncle Stanley, did we? No, we kind of forgave him and spared him.
I've been quarantined, but Mother's unaware of the extent of my connections to the new little sisters. I don't just...
The other sisters are made from me, in part. As they grow up in Rapture, I feel it all. When you were with the little ones, they trusted you as their father, because of me.
Another agent. Where are we here? In a little cell. Couple of mad head splicers outside. Or are they respectable guests to some sort of party? Always safe with Daddy. Well, I guess that is true. I do keep him safe.
Mother was right about one thing. I have been watching you, Father. Studying the way you have treated others. And now I know who I am.
Would that have looked a bit different if we didn't do the mercy killing?
I am free. After everything Mother has done to me, I am alive and sane enough to be curious about the sun. When you rescued my new sisters, I felt every one, and it gave me hope for the first time in years.
It's a good thing we went with the good moral choice. Instead of the, well, let's just call it the questionable one.
Now, I will do the same for all the others, starting with this one.
She's gonna save me, just like I saved all them.
We've done it, Father. I'll be there soon.
Here she is. Daddy-daughter day.
These suits always did make me think of you, Father. I guess I still remember you in shining armor. But now it's my turn to fight for you.
That's right, remember what the little sisters saw us as. Max plasmid skills and reunion.
Take this plasmid. You can use it to call me to your side in a fight.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's bring your daughter to work to summon Eleanor in her big sister form to help even the odds in overwhelming battles. Fuck yeah.
Summon the big sister to fight by your side. Warning, nothing lasts forever.
She's got all sorts of magic powers. That's fair, I guess. Actually, I can go down and spend all this money. Grenades. And that's all I can afford.
That's how it is now. What's it? Ain't just
Shocking stuff there, lads. Something's gonna run straight at me.
Subject Delta.
Oh, it's her.
I know you can hear me. You have stolen my life's work, and with it, my only daughter. But Rapture is the house of monsters.
I'm just gonna keep talking.
The surface will not have us. And now, we shall be buried as a family, side by side.
I don't think so.
Oh God, she's going to drop this building into the trench. It's miles deep. We have to find Sinclair.
That can be easily arranged.
Done and dusted, Father.
To Inner Persephone. So what's gonna go down in here? We just have to find Sinclair. Hopefully he can get us out of here.
Upstairs, Father, quickly.
Give us a second, Eleanor. Give us a second. Where are we? Behind these walls lies perfection. Alright.
This is Sinclair's lifeboat, Father. Out the window here. It's our only chance of escape. From what I know of Sinclair, he wouldn't just abandon it.
Yes,
no,
Delta.
Trying to...
What of Sinclair? The man who would sell paradise. And where is he now?
Warning. A security curfew is now in effect. All cells and bulkheads are sealed until further notice.
This facility hangs over an ocean trench, Delta. The family has activated timed charges within its foundations. Surrender before detonation, or we shall fall and be crushed in the abyss below.
Well, I'm fine with that, but I don't know about you. She does seem a bit
Mother has
unstable,
locked
though.
all of Persephone down, including the gangway leading to the lifeboat. We can reverse it from the holding wing if we hurry. Come on.
Hey, thanks, Green. I appreciate that. It's good stuff. I recommend you try it at
Use the
some
plasmid if you
point.
need me, Father. I'm going to have a look around.
Can always just leave some little help pack sitting around for when I need them.
Subject Delta has escaped. Eleanor Lamb has turned on her own people. Stand and fight, or the Rapture family falls together.
Oh, that did like shit all damage to me. Everyone else, though. Not so much. Bollocks. Let's quickly hack this whole thing. Bollocks again. Do it the quick way. They got the black hand on them. They're signified. Oh good, we get some more upgrades. We're all good on that side of it. I feel like I'm missing a bit of a health upgrade though. My Eve is definitely higher than my health. We good? Yeah, well, that only opened this door. Suppose I can find another way in.
We have to get you out of Rapture, Father. It's the only way I can save you now.
Here we go, back to the checkpoint.
Looks like Sinclair's been ousted. He wasn't slick enough to avoid the boot this time. But at least it wasn't a firing squad. Lamb proved she's got the ear of the general population down here. So it'd probably be prudent to play along for a while. See where this goes. She says she'll let me keep my little fiefdom here in holding. As long as I agree to help supply her therapy sessions. No qualms there. These sorry buggers could use some rehabilitation.
Don't you recognize Sinclair, Delta? Now he is what you should have been.
Oh shit, he came.
One
Big Daddy.
final Alpha series, ready to die for the family. As Persephone's former owner, he is the ideal man to put you back in your cage.
She got him.
Mother's controlling Sinclair, Father, and he's got the master key. Catch him!
Kid, Lamb's in my head. I can't help myself. I have to fight just to talk. Left me my goddamn tongue to torture the bomb codes out of me. She wants me to stop you leaving. I'm sorry.
Crazy bitch. Didn't think she'd get Sinclair. You know what, I'm not even gonna try to get the blue ones. I'm just hacking it to get it over and done with. Because those other ones are gonna try to come after me.
That's right. Make it long.
No moving. Would have been better if I'd hacked that beforehand, wouldn't it? You dirtbag. Can't hack anything at the moment. Being terrible.
This place is the absolute definition of despair. Here we are,
Thomas.
locked away from the outside world, suspended over a pit with no hope of release. And what's our charge? Ryan has no room for differences of opinion in his precious Rapture. I hope the whole place comes crashing down around his ears.
Sounds about right for Ryan, doesn't it? Claims it's for freedom and the lack of oppression and all that, of course, until it goes against him.
Swimming in sodomy down here. Man can barely breathe.
That sounded like a big guy.
You ain't nothing.
You now do more damage with melee attacks, even better. They've always been handy. Poor little cat. Guy got frozen in there with it. Where's my telekinesis?
you can hear me. I am inside Sinclair's lifeboat now. Delta cannot reach me here, but you can. You need not die with him. We shall return to the surface together, if you will only step inside and accept your duty. Remember, Eleanor, Mummy loves you.
After all that, she still didn't give up.
Ah, yes. Mother's testing me. One last game. Fortunately, by now, I'm the world's foremost expert at breaking her rules. I've made my choice, Father, and if needs be, I'll die for it.
No, we're getting out of here, Eleanor, don't worry. Thrifty hacker. Sometimes the advertised price is just a suggestion. Make your hacked vending machines even more valuable with Thrifty Hacker. That would be dead handy with all three of them put on. Well, that's one way of sorting it out, I suppose.
Kid, I'm sorry. I've locked you in here. Lamb's making me dance on her goddamn strings. I can't stop. You're gonna have to break in here and put me down. Wish there was another way, but I'd rather die a man than live like this.
We got you, Sinclair.
Oh, he's right, Father. Mother's betting you'll die in here, or that I'll abandon you before the bombs detonate. We can't save Sinclair now. We need that key from him. Find the code to the watchtower, or what?
Elemental vampire. Sometimes you want more than just watch your enemies burn alive. Sometimes you want to steal their precious life force too. Elemental vampire makes that possible. Give, and you shall receive. Your level 3 elemental streams siphon off health from your enemies. That is quite nice. I don't really use the stream version though, but
Work out a way to draw him out.
Might as well. I see you there. Fuckers. I also have no idea where I'm going. Okay, so that's where I came back from. Yes. That's right, die dual wield. That would have been a nice little health trainer. Should I have needed it. I see a camera or something here.
Son, I built this place and I did rent you out to those plasmid trials up at Fontaine. And now I'm paying for it. Wish I had time to make amends. Take the lifeboat, it's all yours. Just don't leave me like this.
Fuck. I tried to rush it. I see. I keep trying to rush it. It goes horribly. Better.
Some thought this was wrong. Go on.
Turn that off, aren't they?
I caught a glimpse of the warden entering the code to the tower today. Last two digits were 7 and 3. Didn't catch the rest. Maybe I can just figure it out, trial and error. Wonder how long that'd take.
Good, son. That's half the code. Now find the rest.
Right, one part down.
Maintenance tunnel, yes. I remember. That could get you near enough to lure me out. Try it, kid. Hurry.
Although he doesn't really know which way he's doing it.
I still serve. He flees from the light. I need a bolt from on high.
Is that him, is it?
Guide my hand.
It is. I think that's him.
Free will, Delta. Eleanor's gift to you. And with each decision, you twisted her into your own image. Sinclair has no such choice. Yet in its absence, he serves the world unerringly. He
He's
is
in there.
now the better man.
I'm not gonna go in yet.
You're in the tunnel. I ought to give you some kind of jump on me. I hope.
Oh no. You want to get everywhere.
The Warden's ignored my warnings for far too long. I'm taking this into my own hands. I secured a hack tool to nullify his turrets and subvert the bots. I also figured out the code. It's 2-6.
Well, that's handy. We got all
This
four.
place is the absolute definition of despair. Here we are, locked away from the outside world.
No, I didn't.
Suspended over a pit
It's
with
playing
no
the old
hope
one for
of
some
release. And what's our charge? Ryan has no room for differences of opinion in his precious Rapture. I hope the whole place comes crashing down around his ears.
That's the full code, kid. You've done it now. Now just come on in here and put me down easy.
Hey, Murphy. It's Dodge. A little birdie told me you found out the Warden's code. Send a message to my...
When you do me in, kid, don't blame yourself. I won't be able to stop from trying to gun.
Don't let being set on fire ruin your day. Well, of course not. The elemental sponge tonic. You get a little bonus when your foes use the elements. That'd come in handy. I'm not gonna bother though. Oh, actually, I will because I can get rid of the ones
You're
with the
down,
little
but
sisters.
It helps to know that you're sticker to lamb after, and let young Eleanor see the sun.
Okay. Well, we came from that way, so that's locked behind us. And just because, even though we had the code, we're gonna try to get the drop on him.
What's that, Father? Teach them about fire.
Sinclair is moving, Father. Track him down. We need that key.
I kinda can't jump through here. Alright, well, I guess we're going back. Go the other way. Despite all the hubbub they made about it, they didn't let me do it. It sounds like she's kicking his ass, though.
Lamb's attention seems to have drifted from my prisoners to her daughter. Guess she figures they're irredeemable. Now I've got guys clamoring for the next fix of Adam, and I've got to pull teeth to squeeze.
So long, kid. Thank you.
Yeah, she whooped his ass.
Sinclair is dead, Father. I'm so sorry. I don't know if you were close. When you're ready, take the key.
Well, I wouldn't say we were close, but he did help me. Where did he die, though? Oh, there he is.
Now, Father, I'm afraid that ending the lockdown means releasing all the prisoners. So please, be ready before you use that key on the override switch.
That'll be easy. Couple anti-personnel, everything sorts it right out.
Engaged. Ending security curfew. Sealing security office temporarily.
Sinclair died a hero of the Rapture family, Delta. Was he a friend to you, or just a tool? Can you even grasp the difference? And Eleanor, you have chosen Subject Delta over your mother, your people, and the duty of your birth. So be it. You believe this craft will carry Delta to safety, like a spoiled child with a new toy. I have no choice but to take it away.
Curfew lifted. All cell blocks open.
I kind of
All
just
bulkhead seals released.
suggest we
Oh no. Mother's turned her attention to the lifeboat. We must
Stop
go
her.
there, now!
that would kind of solve all the problems, wouldn't it? Spend some money just because we can. It's getting that so tough.
Every moment tears Eleanor further from me, Delta. Soon, this father obsession will end her. You have left me without want. Before you die, I will take all that you hold dear. Sinclair is just another body in your wake.
Yeah, good luck, love. Good luck. That's right, burn. We don't have much on this side, but maybe we will. Damn, I was hoping that was an ammo one.
You're no messiah.
Alright, leave it out there, lad. Oh, this is what we want. Break the bank.
I was afraid of this. Mother has bombed out the ballast compressors, Father. The lifeboat will be too heavy to launch. Unless... let me think. I think I can boil away the water and get the lifeboat to rise, but I can't generate that much heat alone. It's time to recruit the rest of Mother's little sisters. We're taking them with us. Head to the pediatric wards.
Therapy? Yeah. Pediatric ward and therapy. You have a multi-part goal. Press M and go to the goal tab to see all parts of the goal and switch which one is active. The arrow and map will guide you to your active goal. We'll figure it out.
I won't let her take you from me again, Father. Hold on.
I just have to be careful is all. And that's the easy part. Guess someone's here kicking balls around.
This is not a sermon. I will offer no insight. Every word I speak, you already know.
Whoa! Onto the ground!
Mother's people are starting to detonate the charges. We don't have long.
Intensive therapy. Was it like shock therapy? I guess intensive is one way to word it.
My father was a physician. He raised me not to echo him, but to model the world as it ought to be. I was to teach a simple moral calculus. Each choice as though the world must bear it. Each life or death for the common good.
Kinda glitched out wherever I was.
He called it the triage imperative, and would laugh without smiling.
I look how he sees it. Or she. It's a dead body, a corpse posing. That's what the little sister saw.
You'll never replace me! What?
We don't have a code for the door.
With this damn faulty memory of mine, I need to record a clue so I don't forget the key code. Brown legs, red mouths, blue arms, green eyes. Now to secure this log somewhere.
Oh, damn, what? Hang on. Let's listen to that one again.
With this damn faulty memory of mine, I need to record a clue so I don't forget the key code. Brown legs,
4.
red mouths, blue arms, green eyes. Now to secure this log somewhere.
4146. 4146. Oh yeah, we're masters of deduction. Shaggy and Scooby would be proud. Oh, unfucking believable.
Utopia. Said aloud, it evokes heaven on earth. Yet the word means both good place and no place. An ideal, unreachable. Even in the naming of it, we refuse to believe. And yet, we will forever seek utopia, driven always to want more,
That was
no matter how
interesting.
much we have. It is among the grandest of human ironies that our very drive to find utopia.
We're almost to the pediatric ward. I expect we'll be fighting our way inside.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Every time it shocked him, there was a picture of a hot chick. Must be one of those crazy Jesus recruitment things. Look, it's a woman. You have an erection. Be afraid and ashamed. wrong with being a man.
Hello, Mother. As you've always said, I shouldn't be allowed to wander the city in my condition. But without going outside, it's harder to hear much about the world. So I'm learning at home. This, I think, is a porcelain tea service in the style of Louis XV. Isn't that right?
Ooh, smash.
That's a fascinating sound. And this is called a stained glass window, handcrafted by your adoring flock. They've gone to a lot of trouble to capture your likeness, haven't they?
Quite the little upstart. Sounds like me when I was in my rebellious teenage years.
I saw the heavens open. I saw them opened. Oh, the beauty of the revelation.
Things aren't so rosy for Lamb's little collective farm down here, no matter how much influence she's got with the inmates. She keeps feeding Ryan more and more of her people for the Big Daddy program in order to keep the rest of her flock alive. I think she's getting desperate. I ought to have Weir double the orderlies on all the major junctions.
Oh, what the hell? I'm stuck. This fucking Big Daddy pinned me against the wall. Dirtbag. Also, what's up with that one? Is going super fast. I thought it was just the little bots coming after me. I thought it was going to stop. That is a lot of supplies. Some apocalypse stuff going on in here. Whoever's office that was, at least. I stress was. Lamb will lead the way. Big old butterfly.
Need I remind you, Sinclair, that Lamb is your problem now. She's no longer a citizen of Rapture. That was the proviso. You wanted her expertise, and now you have it. Ryan Industries is your client, and we require test candidates from among your charges. The protectors are short-lived. Lamb would be a messiah, correct? Well, sell her a sacrifice to save the flock.
What's that I hear? Stuff. These heavy rivets are business against them.
When you've cleared them out, I'll need a signal. Push the call button on the window there, and then I'll proceed.
Don't let me kill them first.
You wear the mark of the beast, unbeliever! Back to the shadows! We'll drown you!
They're not even important. I thought it was just going to be a rake of Big Daddies. Who have we got here? red guy in a big suit. That everything? Signal Eleanor. I'm pretty sure that's it then. Well, you know when the music stops. Wait, where was the call? Okay, there it is. Oh, there she is. She's inside. She couldn't have came out and helped me, you know? That was your idea.
I'll wake the children up. They're stronger than they know.
Oh, no,
With
never
their
mind.
help, I should be able to boil off the water and get us all out of here. Go on ahead, Father. I'll free them as quickly as I can, just as you showed me.
I heard that.
You are not saving them, Delta.
Want a bet?
No matter how pure your intent. The surface is not paradise, but perdition. I would sooner see them drown.
Why am I not surprised?
Look, Father, I know you may not have wanted a daughter, but love is just a chemical. We give it meaning by choice. I will be damned if I let Mother take you away from me again. The plasmid, Father. Just point the way and I'll help you fight.
Alright.
The girls remember you. We all remember.
She's whooping her ass.
Who's next?
Oh, that was on the blue. Would you stop? Game is being shenanigans.
I'll send you a postcard from...
That's another charge gone. We have to keep moving. If this building falls, we're all dead.
Oh, whoops. I had telekinesis.
Away from my father.
Did I? No, she had telekinesis.
This one died alone and afraid. Standing up.
Oh, another upgrade. See if we can get in there and get that. She's going all carry on it. Just find the next one. Hopefully there's a way to open all them doors. Switch anywhere? No? Nah, maybe we'll come back.
Eleanor was to be a composite of all Rapture's genius. The first living utopian, serving the world at large with no regard for herself. To force consciousness on such a being is to tear its wings away. That was your gift to her, Delta. Just as she hoped. You must be very proud.
I am exceptionally proud, woman.
Delta was in top form today. The guards tried to make him take another dose of whatever the hell it is they're pumping into him, and he managed to take on all 4 of them at once. Snapping legs and arms, blood everywhere. They say one of the guys might not even wake up. I wish I could be that free.
That's Meter talking about bios. Sorting everyone out, kicking ass, taking names, breaking limbs.
Steady, Father. Don't let go now.
Wake up! Why don't you wake up?
She doesn't wake up because she's a corpse.
How can
Corpses don't wake up. Unless Edo 10 says it effect. So I guess they could wake up. No, we're not going in there yet. We had that other door we wanted to check through. Oh, where did you come from? We let them all out though. I dodged that, would you stop? Free upgrade, lads. Free upgrade. We're gonna go with the... Oh, the drill. We might as well right at the end. All weapon upgrades. Nice one. We got every weapon upgrade. Didn't let us get everything fully upgraded though, but it'll do.
Guess I had the wrong of it when it came to Dr. Lamb. She explained how my cravings for control were rotting me out from the inside. We found all these incidents in my log where I made it easy for a convict to get the jump on me, just so I could bloody punish him. Christ. But I believe I can do some good down here now, with the family. Well, we have a shot at surviving the fucking bedlam going on up there. Maybe even take the city back.
Fucking shrinks. Luckily, I'm Irish, and Irish people are scientifically proven to be undiagnosable or unable to be analyzed from psychoanalysis. So I'm safe. All them shrinks. We're not gonna have no Shutter Island up in here. Shutter Ireland. There you go. Bullshit. Ah, fuck it. You know, I'm just gonna get it in green. Really, that's with me. Didn't analyze like, any of that this time.
Now, one of the girls managed to dart past the nurse today and throw herself over the railing in the lobby. Not certain if she was trying to end her own life or merely escape. But either way,
Her legs had healed by the time I managed to get down to the first floor where she lay. Now, without proper setting, the rapid healing process had fused her bones back together at odd angles. We had to re-break and set them almost a dozen times, each due to the small window of viability. Now, those children may be immortal, but I can verify they feel pain. Advising Dr. Lamb on higher doses of sedatives to keep this from happening again.
That's pretty brutal. I had to re-break the kids, like, what, a dozen times in order to get it back into its proper place. And of course the kids are screaming in pain as it's been broken over and over and over.
This is not a sermon. I will offer no insight. Every word I speak, you already know.
We good. Free first aid kit. Oh boy, potted meat. That's just what I wanted to come from that. Okay, that sounded like a Big Daddy.
My first incarnation when Dr. Lamb gave me my mandate to alleviate pain was to block its neural pathways. Now, the preliminary results were promising too.
Pick those things out there.
Until some...
We're nearing another pediatric ward. It will be guarded, Father. Get ready.
I know I could have telekinesis the things off the pole, but still. It's not like I need them.
My first incarnation when Dr. Lamb gave me my mandate to alleviate pain was to block its neural pathways. Now, the preliminary results were promising too, until some of the children started chewing their own tongues off out of ignorance. Need to sequester them away from the others so as not to cause undue stress.
When you've cleared them out, I'll need a signal like before. Push the call button and I'll proceed.
I saw a Big Daddy here somewhere. He was first on the list.
Children from us?
Oh, you lucky. I think I just found the enemy spawn. Dead bodies for days. That worked out really well though.
Yes, we're ready for the ballast tank.
Yes.
I can boil off the water and get us out of here. We must return to the docking platform, Father, now.
We have enough. Apparently 2 pediatric wings full of little girls is enough.
You granted Eleanor the will to choose. And now, like a plague, she spreads it to those innocents. To be self-aware is a curse, Delta. You are damning them.
Being self-aware is lit. That's where it's at. Remember, a man chooses, a slave obeys. Let's jump off the edge, I'll be fine. No, it's trying to point me in a different direction. This is all over the place.
I'm stepping inside the ballast tank, Father. Come up to the glass once you're ready for me to begin. There's no going back once we start.
Who said anything about going back?
You would rip my only daughter from her home and family and feed her to a world without hope. Though Utopia may die with her, I would sooner see us fall. Goodbye, Eleanor. Mother will be waiting for you.
Here they come, Father! Hold them off until I can bring it to a boil.
Okay, well, we can't see anything, so... Option 1. Kill everything that moves. I'm a big fan of option 1.
Nearly boiling.
Wasn't so bad. Let him use it. Yeah, it's a trap. Get wrecked.
It's boiling. I can help you fight back now.
Nice.
Use the plasmid.
Plasmid time. I did throw Eleanor's one, didn't I? Yes, I did. She's right behind me. Oh no, I was shooting the wrong ammo. Oh, she can even gut them like a true big sister. We good? Oh no. No, you don't.
I've done it, Father. The ballast water is gone. Release the docking mechanism.
We got it.
Quiet souls.
The elevator to the lifeboat is flooded, Father. We have to equalize the pressure in here or the door won't open.
Let me guess, that'll
Destroy
take more
those
time?
glass tubes to flood the room.
No, it won't. Let's do it a different way. No, that's not gonna work. Get some rocket moves going on.
We've done it, Father. We're launching. Get to the elevator.
Come on, faster, faster, faster. Wait, isn't that the elevator? Arrow, you were not lying to me. I was just kind of ignoring you. Oh, it's here at the edge. We're on our way. Heading to the surface.
Father, we're falling! Run!
Oh, that's a lot of TNT. Of course, she can do some flying right and stuff. Whereas I can't. This Rapture passes right by our eyes. Do we make it? Are we heading up? We are, we're holding on. For dear life.
And then, Father, the Rapture dream was over. You taught me that evil is just a word. Under the skin, it's simple pain. For you, mercy was victory. You sacrificed, you endured, and when given the chance, you forgave. Always. Mother believed this world was irredeemable, but she was wrong, Father. We are Utopia, you and I, and in forgiving, we left the door open for her.
After all that, she saved her. Despite her holding a pillow over her face.
The Rapture dream is over, but in waking, I am reborn. This world is not ready for me, yet here I am. It would be so easy to misjudge them. You are my conscience, Father, and I need you to guide me.
And she does that by draining us. Ah, we see through her eyes. Now that she's kind of absorbed our essence in her Eve.
You will always be with me now, Father. Your memories, your drives. And when I need you, you'll be there on my shoulder, whispering.
Arguably, she did kill us, though. And look what lighthouse we see. And all the little sisters we saved. It's a Big Daddy keyring.
If Utopia is not a place, but a people, then we must choose carefully, for the world is about to change. And in our story, Rapture was just the beginning.
There we have it. Bioshock 2. Somewhat different, but somewhat familiar and somewhat the same from the first one. So, the big purpose of Bioshock 2. Many people, I've said this many times now, many people don't like Bioshock 2 simply because Bioshock 1 was so great. And Bioshock 2 was made by a different director, a different writer, a different development studio. But, having said that, it still works pretty well. Granted, say the story and some of the characters, some of the alternate characters, the side characters and all as well, some of them aren't as good. I'm not saying they're bad, they're just not as good as Bioshock 1. And same with a lot of the overall story and all too. But by no means is Bioshock 2 a bad game. I think everyone who says that is just comparing it too harshly to the first one. If you look at Bioshock 2 as its own game, not compared to the first one at all, it's still a decent game. It's still a pretty good game. I think that's a fair assumption. A couple of the controls can be a bit weird. They tried to change it and refine it a little bit different with some of the mechanics, like how you can dual wield a weapon as well as a plasmid kind of at the same time, and the upgraded plasmids work a little bit differently and all as well, not to mention some different weapons and whatnot. But overall, I think it still works well. I think it still works as a decent game. That's why I always recommend to people to play Bioshock 2. Like if someone says, oh, you know, Bioshock 2, I don't think it's as good, or here it's not as good, or whatever, it's like, no, definitely play Bioshock 2. If you like Bioshock 1, Bioshock 2 is basically more than the same, or more of the same. It's not the same, it's not as good, but it's good within its own right. And I actually did notice a lot of stuff that I didn't notice previously, or maybe I did but I forgot about because it's been years. But there are some links to what would eventually be Bioshock Infinite. Now you don't know them at the time because obviously this game predates Infinite. But we'll talk about them a bit more in a few days, whenever it is, whenever we actually get around to streaming Bioshock Infinite. Because before we move on to Bioshock Infinite, well, there's one other thing we have to do. And that thing is Minerva's Den. That's right, we're going to be doing a DLC for Bioshock 2. Honestly, I can't remember if I played the DLC on 360. Don't remember at all. Don't remember. I don't believe I've ever played it on any of the PC playthroughs I've done. Don't remember if I did it back in the day on the 360. But Minerva's Den is usually called some of the best DLC of the 7th generation. Now some people say it's it can even be classified as some of the best DLC of all time. Remains to be seen. We'll see. A lot of people will always say how, oh wait, but before we go anywhere, I do want to see the cast here, see if we know. It's going to be going real quick here. A little bit too fast. Adam Seeds. Sites, I've never pronounced the name correctly. Not too many names that we know. Oh, Fred Tassio, we know him. Yeah. Of course, Crispin Freeman we know as well. So, there we go. Yeah, some people saying that even though Bioshock 2 isn't as great or isn't as much as good as they like or whatever, some of them will kind of give it a pass because say, oh well, the game wasn't great, but Minerva's Den was fantastic. So we'll see how it goes. I don't remember if I've ever played it or not, so naturally I will play it this way. Don't know how long it is. In fact, I don't know anything about it, so that works well. More than likely, because it's a DLC, it'll probably be, I don't know, maybe 1, if not 2 streams long. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how long it goes and how long we go with it. Hopefully it's one of those ones that, what's the best word to word it? It's really good. It just kind of immerses you in and it just kind of drags you, not so much drags you through it, but it lets the time fly by simply because you're just so engrossed in it. So I'm hoping it's one of them anyway. I'm not trying to go in with expectations set too high because then at that point I might just be disappointed because of my own fault. But after Bioshock Infinite, after Minerva's Den, we will be moving on to Bioshock Infinite. A game that I think is extremely overrated A lot of people say it's amazing, it's a narrative masterpiece, it's fantastic, the writing, this, that, and the other. But you know what? I think it's an absolute mess. I think, and now people will just say, oh, but Q, you don't get it. I was like, most people tell me, it's like, oh, you don't get it. And then I give them a very detailed synopsis of the plot, the story, everything, and then, which is completely accurate. And then they'll say, oh, well, you're just hating on it. I was like, no, it's terrible. The story, the ending, not so much gameplay, but the major plot points are terrible. Now, I'm not going to go into detail, I'm not going to spoil any of them here, but we'll see a few days from now. Whenever we do start up Bioshock Infinite. And of course, just to be fair and to do the whole thing complete, I will be doing the DLC for Bioshock Infinite as well. I'm going to do the 2 main single player well, I said single player, but I'm going to do the 2 main story based DLCs. Burial at Sea Episode 1 and Burial at Sea Episode 2, which are heavily, we call them throwbacks, nods, whatever. They take place in Rapture, so it's a very different thing, but I'm not going to go into detail about it because, yet at least anyway, other than taking place in Rapture, because we need to understand a bit of how Bioshock Infinite works and the lore and the story and all for it, and the mechanics, to understand the difference of Burial at Sea and how and why. But that's beside the point anyway. That's obviously going to happen too. These are some very, very long credits. It's always the way though, isn't it? It's always the way. So where do I think Bioshock 2 sits in the trilogy? Well, I think Bioshock 1 is the best one. I think Bioshock 2 is the second best one. And Bioshock Infinite, I think, is the worst one. Bioshock Infinite is the only one I actually consider bad. To many people's disgust when I say that, but still. But, yeah, we'll see how it goes, as well as Minerva's Den and the 2 Burial at Seas. I have played the 2 Burial at Seas. I don't really remember anything about them because I played them when they first came out, which was, I want to say, late 2013 and early 2014. If I see, I'm trying to remember here. I met the girl who plays Elizabeth at the end of 2013, and I think the first DLC had just come out like a week prior or a couple of weeks prior, and the second one obviously didn't come out until a couple of months later. So I think I have that in proper chronological order, but it's kind of irrelevant because we'll play Minerva's Den, we'll move on to Bioshock Infinite, we'll finish Infinite, and then we'll do Burial at Sea Episode 1 and Burial at Sea Episode 2. So these credits have gone on way too long. So we will make like a tree and get the fuck out of there. So that's it for Bioshock 2 Remastered. We will be moving on to the DLC, Minerva's Den, maybe tomorrow or the next day. It will be coming sometime soon, at least anyway. And that's the important one. So, in the meantime, I want to thank everyone for taking a journey back to Rapture with me, to Bioshock 2. Hopefully you enjoyed the ride. Maybe kind of changed your mind a little bit. Got to dispelling some of the rumors and some of the falsehoods, if you will, about the story and the quality and whatnot. Like I said, sure, it's not as good as the first one, but it's still a decent game in its own right. Hopefully you enjoyed it a little bit, even a fraction as much as I did. And of course, as always, I want to thank every single person in the stream chat who's joined me at all in any way, shape or form through any of this Bioshock playthrough, simply because you guys make this what it is. I consider playing games by myself anytime, anywhere, and realistically, it's going to be a good time for me, but you guys make the stream what it is. It makes it more than that. And so as always, for that, I thank you so much. I'll see you next time on whatever it is, most likely Minerva's Den, maybe Bioshock Infinite, or a random video, whatever. Anyway, thank you so much as always, and peace out. Till next time.